The school announcing today head coach Gib Arnold has been removed from his position. Mike Cherry is live on campus with reaction to today's bombshell. Mike.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. The announcement comes just a week after we reported that the University of Hawaii was strongly considering self-imposed sanctions. Now, according to the university, Arnold will be employed through January 26th of 2015. He'll be paid a lump sum payment for the remainder of his contract term set to expire June 30th of 2015. Arnold's departure comes in lieu of an NCAA investigation of the Rainbow Warriors, which has been more than 10 months in the making. Back in January, Hawaii had self-reported a violation revolving around a document for a transfer that was allegedly forged by assistant coach Brandon Akana. Akana has also been relieved of his duties and will be paid through the length of his contract. Assistant coach Benji Taylor has been tabbed the interim head coach. He spoke to Arnold moments after the news broke.
I first heard about it. I had a lot of missed calls and text messages. Then I heard about it, and I went in and we were meeting, so I asked him about it, and he hadn't heard. And as soon as he said that, his wife called him. So that was a tough phone call. So. And then we kind of went from there. But he's a great man. He's a good coach, and kids loved him. They played hard for him, and at the end of the day, it's just a tough situation.
Now, during his 4 seasons at UH, Arnold compiled a 72-55 record, winning 56% of his games, including Hawaii's first 20-win campaign in a decade. There were also 2 postseason appearances to the CIT, which UH had to pay to play in. Now, as for the next step, one can only speculate. Former head coach Riley Wallace has been mentioned as a potential replacement. However, I spoke to Wallace by phone, and he said that the university has not reached out to him as of yet. However, he said that he would be open to the idea of helping UH in any capacity he could, whether as a consultant or if it meant to return to the sidelines as a head coach. Reporting from Manoa, Mike Cherry, Hawaii News Now.
Thank you so much, Mike. UH was considering a self-imposed punishment. Mike Cherry joins us now live from UH with more. Mike.
That's right, guys. The university removed Arnold and assistant coach Brandon Akana of their duties with the program. And with the NCAA investigation looming, this appears to be a preemptive strike. The Upper Campus refused to comment on camera, but in a statement they said that Arnold will be retained through January 26th of 2015, and he'll be paid a lump sum payment of his $344,000 salary. Akana will also be paid through the 26th of January. The Bulls held practice today, and they told us the removal of both coaches came as a shock.
I just think we have to just be honest with them and let them know, what situation we're in right now and what we're going up against. And, I've been working for Coach Arnold for 4 years. These kids we're going to play the same way. We're going to be a good team. And, I haven't been told too much about what's going on with me, but I'm just do all I can to make sure these student athletes are ready to move forward and figure out what's best for them. It just it sucks.
Yeah, as Coach Taylor alluded, it's kind of not clear what is next for the program. Taylor has been named the interim head coach, but the university will not comment on whether they will hire a full-time replacement for this season or whether a search committee will be formed. Now, the timing couldn't have come at a worse time. The University of Hawaii tips off their season in just 9 days when they host Hawaii Pacific in an exhibition. After that, it's the Rainbow Classic on November 14th. Reporting from Manoa, Mike Cherry, Hawaii News Now.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. Mike Cherry's live at UH with new reaction from the players. Big surprise to them, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely shocking. The announcement comes just a week after we reported that the school had strongly been considering self-imposed sanctions. Now, according to the University of Hawaii's release, Arnold will be employed through January 26th of 2015. He will no longer have any basketball duties and will be paid a lump sum for the remainder of his contract term, roughly $344,000. Arnold's departure comes prior to the results of an NCAA investigation of the Rainbow Warriors. And back in January, Hawaii self-reported a violation revolving around a document for a transfer that was allegedly forged by assistant coach Brandon Akana. Akana has also been relieved of his duties and will be paid through the length of his contract. That expires January 26th. Now, during his 4 seasons at UH, Arnold compiled a 72-55 record, winning 56% of his games, including Hawaii's first 20-win campaign in nearly a decade. There were also 2 postseason appearances in the CIT, which UH paid to play in.
It's kind of surprising to me. I mean, I know we had like a bunch of commotion and stuff that happened last year, but I don't know it's going to continue on until today. I think that'll be a good fit for us because, yeah, if Gib were to leave, which seems the thing, he would probably be the person to fit it for now, so it should be good.
Now, in the meantime, assistant coach Benji Taylor will fill in as Hawaii's interim head coach. He was the head coach for Chicago State for 3 seasons. Now, take a look at this picture, guys. This is what we found today. It's a team picture that was taken not that long ago. It was distributed to fans during the basketball scrimmage, kind of foreshadowing, isn't it? Shows the players, but no coaches to be found. Of course, later in sports, Mark Carpenter and I will have another report from the University of Hawaii. More reaction from Benji Taylor and players as well. We'll let you know how they did in today's first practice after the big news. In Manoa, Mike Cherry, Hawaii News Now. I'm back with Gib Arnold now out as the Rainbow Warriors head coach. There is wide speculation as to who could step in on a permanent basis. Well, one of those names being floated around is Riley Wallace. I spoke to the former Rainbow head coach, and he told me he has not been contacted by UH, but if he should be, he'd be willing to help in any capacity, including a return to the sidelines. Now, in the interim basis, the head coach for the Bows is going to be Benji Taylor. And it's not foreign to him. Prior to joining UH, Taylor was the head coach for Chicago State for 3 seasons, even being named the HSBC National Coach of the Year. Admittedly, he welcomes the responsibilities full time, but he says he's in shock with how things went down today.
I first heard about it. I had a lot of missed calls and text messages. Then I heard about it, and I went in and we were meeting, so I asked him about it, and he hadn't heard. And as soon as he said that, his wife called him, so that was a tough phone call, so, and then, we kind of went from there, but, he's a great man. He's a good coach, and kids loved him. They played hard for him, and at the end of the day, it's just a tough situation.
Now, with their season opener just 9 days away, Mark, you attended practice. What did you see? About 15 seconds to go.
Now, all off season long, the team has preached business as usual, and today, as you can expect, not the case at all. Now, seeing as the head coach himself wasn't notified until the news already broke, the players themselves were blindsided. They had a team meeting with Gib for about 20 minutes at 3 o'clock at the stand. After that, Gib left the team. Players went to practice immediately after.
All right, thank you much. We'll have any kind of developments for you later on tonight at 9 and 10.